What's up guys, it's Lumi and Lily, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this big butterfly on the rainbow loom. Let's go over the supplies you'll need. To make this big butterfly, you'll need a Mega Mighty loom, a hook, 2 beads, and any color bands of your choice. Let's get started. So we're going to start off by making the black part of the butterfly in the center. So you're going to start off with 1 band, and you're going to place it right here, just like that. And then you're going to take 2 bands and you're going to go up, and then take another 2 bands and go up again. We're going to do that 13 times. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now we're going to be making the sides of the butterflies. So for the outside of my butterflies, it's going to be this pink part right here. For the outside of my butterfly, I'm going to do teal. And we're going to start off with 1 band right here. And then we're going to be using 2 bands and place it 1 more time up. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So 1 band, and then we're going to be taking 2 bands and going up again. And then we are going to be going to the side 2 times, so with a single band to the side 2 times. And then to the other side, just like this. Okay, and then we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. And then we're going to be going up 4 times. And the exact same thing to the other side. And then we're going to be going up a couple more times right beside that. Just like that. And then we're going to be doing the colors on the inside. So I'm going to be using blue for the inside. And then, but first, before we do that, we need to add some more bands right here. Just like that. And now we can start with the blue. We're going to be going up 4 times with the blue on both sides. And then we're going to be placing more bands, just like this. And then we're going to be adding more colors on the inside, so I'm going to be using this purple. Just like that. And then we're going to be putting a little more blue above the purple. And then more teal above the blue. And then we're going to be adding more teal on the sides right here. So you're going to go up a couple of times. And then over here again. And then do the exact same thing on the other side. And now we're going to go up 2 times on this side, just like that, and then 2 times on this side, just like that. And then we're going to be taking another color, which mine's going to be pink, and we're going to be going up a couple more times. Just like that, and then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just like that. And then we're going to be taking our purple color and placing some bands. Just like that, and then again on the other side. Just like that, and then we're going to be taking our blue and adding it just 2 in the center. And then we're going to be taking more pink and putting it above those bands. Again on this side. Just like that. And then we're going to be taking more teal and placing it here, just like this. And again on the other side. Okay, now we're going to be adding cap bands. So we're going to add teal cap bands first, right here on these pegs. So we're going to double loop 2 bands on our hook, just like this, and then we're going to be placing them here and here, just like that. And then we're going to be taking a black band and looping it 3 times, and then we're going to be placing it here. It's a little tricky to do this. Just like that. Now we're going to be adding our holder bands. So we're going to add some right here. Just like this. 3 on this side and 3 on this side. And then we're going to be adding holder bands in the center. So just like that and that. And then we're going to be adding more here on this side. And again here and here. Then again on the other side. Just like that. And then we're going to be putting them in the center here. So just like this. Just like that. And then we can loom. So let's flip the loom over, and we're going to start with these sides. So we're just going to get under the cap band and get the first band, and then again on the other side. And we're just going to loom over the bands. And then again on this side. Just like this, and then again on the other side. And then we're going to be looming this part on the inside, so we just grab the first band and keep looming down. Just like this, and we do that to all the rows. And last row on this side. And then we can even loom this right here. And then we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Just keep looming those rows. And then again to the next row. And then the last row. And then the outside. Just like that. And then we're going to be looming these bands right there. Just like this. There's a lot of bands on this peg, so just be aware of what bands you're grabbing. Just like that. And then again to the other side. Just like that. And then we're going to be looming these bands right here. just like that. And then again to the other side. Just like that. And then again, we're gonna go down to the center rows and we're gonna be looming these. And then again to the next row. And then the next row. Last row on this side. And then again to the other side. And then again to the next row. And then again to the next row. And then to the next row. And then to the outside. And then we're going to be doing the center, but we're going to stop right here at this peg. So we're going to go under the cap band and grab the first two bands and then loom them over, and then again to the next, all the way down and stop right here at this peg. And then stop right there at this peg. And then we're going to be looming these bands over here. Just like that. And then we're going to be looming the other side. And then again to the other side. And now we can finish looming the center. And finish that off with a slip knot. And then we're going to be looming the ends right here. And then tie those off with a slip knot. And again to the other side. And tie it off with a slip knot. Okay, we're done looming, and now we can go ahead and take it off. And then you can adjust it a little bit. Make sure the slip knots are pretty tight. And then here's the butterfly. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck the slip knot in. Just like this. And then back through the other one. And pull it through. I like to pull my slip knot over. And then so it's like nice and secure right there. And then we're going to be adding beads. But if you don't want to add beads, you can just tuck the slip knot in. But I'm going to show you how to add beads. So we're going to get our tool that it came with. And then we're going to be putting it in the butterfly slip knot. And then grabbing our beads. And then we're going to be putting the first bead on and pulling it through. Make sure the bead is all the way at the bottom of the slip knot. And then we're going to be doing the exact same thing again. Pull it through. Just like that. And then we're going to be putting the bands over the beads, just like that. And again to the other side. And that's our butterfly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I enjoy this design. It's one of my favorites. I've done so much of these, and yeah, bye.